So how exactly do you go about finding the best niche for your health coaching business? If you're a health coach, a health professional, and maybe you're a journalist, maybe you're working with many different type of patients, you're struggling to build a health coaching business and you don't quite exactly know who you shall target, who will actually benefit from your services. Maybe you work with many different type of patients, maybe you work with people who have multiple chronic conditions, but you've seen that you have better results with one type of chronic condition as opposed to others. Well, here I'm going to show you exactly what are the frameworks and essentially what are the templates that we use here at Pathway Consulting to actually establish and help health coaches find the best niche for them. And we leverage this by using AI and something that a lot of people are familiar, which is ChatGPT. So we here created a specialized prompt, which based on the information that you're actually providing to this prompt, you're going to get one, the best type of problem for you as a health coach to actually target based on your experience and your results. Two, price suggestions to actually charge the market for your health coaching services. And three, the entire program roadmap created for a health coaching business in order to get your customer from point A to point B. So, as I mentioned earlier, in health coaching, success is less about what you sell and more about understanding who you're selling to. Building a program that aligns with the right audience is absolutely essential for sustainable growth and client satisfaction. So before launching a health coaching business and a health coaching offer, it's crucial to 1. Firstly, identify the specific audience you're targeting. 2. Determine if this audience recognizes the problem you're solving. And 3. Establish whether the problem is acute, meaning urgent and high priority, or everlasting, chronic but less urgent. So how do we go about doing this? So we first need to identify our ideal client. And to structure a compelling health coaching offer, we need to consider the following questions. Question number 1, who are we selling to? We need to define our target demographic. Is it women around 40 experiencing hormonal imbalances, athletes in needs of recovery? Who is essentially our target market and who we had the best experience serving? So, the second question, are they aware of the problem you're solving? So we need to identify if the audience feels an immediate need for a solution, i.e., meaning they have an acute problem, meaning a chronic pain or weight gain or severe stress which requires immediate action. Now, we need to distinguish this thing before we make a decision when we target a specific problem. As you can see here, we need to identify if we're addressing acute or everlasting issues. We need to find acute profitable problems as opposed to everlasting chronic or mild issues. And these acute profitable problems are those types of problems that clients perceive in needing an urgent solution, such as severe pain or mobility issues or some sort of chronic pain that is very hard to actually treat. As opposed to everlasting problems, this might be chronic or mild issues that clients may overlook until they understand the benefits of resolving, maybe general fatigue or minor digestive issues. This key distinction is very important when you're deciding to choose a profitable niche for a business, because if you're going after the wrong problem, then it's going to be very difficult to craft your offer and also entice customers to actually start and asking for your health coaching services. Now, how do we do that part? So first, we need to define our niche. First, we need to identify our specialization by understanding what health concerns do we have most experience with, which areas of wellness do we find fulfilling and comfortable to work with. Now, we need to also take in factor the experience that you have with the customers. Maybe you worked with people who have diabetes, or maybe you worked with certain type of chronic conditions that you had great success with. At the same time, we need to understand what type of demographic are you willing to actually work with. Maybe you're a woman and you are not feeling comfortable working with men, or maybe you're a man, you're not feeling comfortable working with women, or regardless of whatever your decision is, we need to find the exact demographic and severe problem that you're willing to actually craft a health coaching business around it. So now the next part is using ChatGPT to actually identify our niche market. So very simply, I created here a prompt. You can access it inside our free community. You essentially take this template and you copy this template, and then you come to ChatGPT, you input the template in ChatGPT, and then you will answer the questions. And this template was specifically formed to actually identify the most profitable problem and give you a suggestion of top 3 profitable problems that you shall target based on your expertise and your experience. So let's see what our AI has suggested us. So I took the liberty to answer the questions and input a prompt. And I said, let's just say we have Steven, who's 30 years old. He's a chiropractor looking to create a full remote health coaching program. Give me some suggestion based on his expertise. Okay, so we input the niche, we input the specialty. So let's just see. So problem number 1, chronic back pain and neck pain, right? This is the demographic affected adults from ages 30 to 50, especially desk workers who have a sedentary lifestyle. Percentage of people affected, roughly 80%. Cost of traditional treatment, which is $1,000 to $4,000 annually, and suggested pricing for a coaching program, and the duration for that coaching program, and what you shall include in order to facilitate your patient, right? So posture correction, ergonomics, and movement therapy. Problem number 2, chronic headaches and migraines. Same exact thing. Demographics affected adults ages 25 to 45. Percentage of people affected 15-20%. Mind you, this is all based on percentages of United States. So these figures are only reflected for the population of United States, not other country. This is the cost of traditional treatments, and this is the suggested pricing that you shall charge for a typical coaching program, and the duration for the coaching program. Same exact thing, sciatica and lower back pain. Demographic affected, percentage of people affected, cost for traditional treatment, and suggested coaching program alongside the duration of your coaching program and the deliverables you should include for that. And then it's going to also go in more detail how to actually develop the program, how to actually build, and so on and so forth, right? So let's have another. Here I just went a little bit deeper and asked the AI how to actually, why they chose this type of problems, and which out of all the suggested problems, which should actually Steven consider to build a health coaching program. And here's the suggestion: chronic back pain, neck pain, sciatica and lower back. I also asked why these two. So essentially you get a lot of information which typically required prior to having AI to actually to provide all this information, make that research for yourself. But now, because we have the AI and we have access to a database of gazillion data points and information, you have all this information at your fingertips. So that's why we created all these templates, and we're gonna essentially create our own prompt in a couple of weeks to actually have all this implemented, and with just a couple of answers have this entire offer problem resolved for you, alongside creating an entire program roadmap. So I'm going to show exactly another example. Let's just say we had Martha, who is a dietitian. She worked with middle-aged women with hormonal imbalances, right? So we asked ChatGPT, what are the most profitable, painful problems for Martha to actually target? So as a dietitian, Martha should specialize in working with middle-aged women experiencing hormonal imbalances. Here's how the niche finding prompt would apply. So problem number 1. Menopausal symptoms, hot flashes, mood swings, and weight gain. Demographic affected, percentage of people affected, cost of traditional treatment, suggested pricing for a coaching program. Problem number 2, insulin resistance and weight gain. Demographic affected, people affected, cost of traditional treatment, and suggesting pricing alongside the duration of the program. Problem number 3, hypothyroidism and fatigue. The demographic affected, percentage of people affected, and the cost of traditional program alongside suggested pricing for coaching program. And then you're going to get some suggestions how to actually develop the program. So I believe this prompt is very useful, and we created an entire prompt from A to Z. We have here the niche selection prompt, then we have how to essentially define your client avatar, problem solution framework, how to actually create the entire program, and what are the biggest pain that you as a health coach should actually go about in structuring your health coaching program. Also, alongside that part, you have the patient roadmap and the course curriculum. Obviously, if you want to see a more detailed example of that part, you should join our free school community. There I created a free module where exactly you're going to learn exactly how to implement this entire prompt to actually build your offer, build your roadmap, and also build your entire remote health coaching curriculum, only with a couple of questions, and then boom, you have an entire program roadmap in a couple of minutes. Now I'm going to show exactly how the roadmap actually works, and how an example roadmap for a health coaching program actually looks like. I'm going to pause the video and come back. Okay, we're back, and now based on our previous prompt, we firstly identified the niche, and then now with that information of what niche are we going to target, now we're going to take the second prompt, which is the patient roadmap prompt, which is here. Let me just define your client avatar. Okay, so here you're going to essentially take this entire prompt, you're going to copy it, going to come back to ChatGPT, input it, and just also input the profitable problem that you actually selected. And now we have an entire curriculum, an entire program roadmap for your specific problem. So in this example, we use Zahra, who essentially chose that she want to build a fertility health coaching program. And based on all the inputs, now we have ChatGPT creating our entire roadmap from A to Z. So let's see what the AI created for Zahra. So we have step number 1, patient roadmap customization for Zahra's fertility program. Is target audience. This program duration usually recommended 6 months. Initial assessment, which is going to have both initial video consultation and comprehensive health questionnaire for personalized assessments. Check-in frequency, it recommended bi-weekly. Also recommended group coaching sessions, one-on-one sessions on demand, and then additional support via using 24/7 community group. So essentially here is the entire roadmap for Zahra health coaching program, which treats fertility issues. So the AI recommended that her coaching program needs to be roughly 6 months, and that will be structured in 4 different phases. Phase number 1, the initial consultation and personalized assessment. This is going to be week number 1. Initial health consultation essentially begins the roadmap with making the initial assessment of the client, finding out all the problems, making a questionnaire, and then personalizing a health plan for her. Now, what is also provide you the outcome? By the end of this phase, you'll have a clear understanding of the lifestyle and health changes required to improve your client's fertility issue. Now, phase number 2, hormone imbalance and stress management, weeks 2 to 12. Here we're going to implement a nutrition plan, a supplementation protocol, mindful practices, and group coaching sessions, the check-ins that are going to be required, and the outcome for phase number 2. Phase number 3 is going to be lifestyle adjustments and habit formation. That's going to be between weeks 13 and 20. What should be expected, refining your routine, lab testing, biomarker analysis, one-on-one sessions, and on-demand consultations. And phase number 4, which is the last phase, long-term health maintenance, which is between weeks 21 and 24, with long-term fertility strategy, mindfulness and stress management, and the final coaching session. Now, these are the additional support that can be provided by Zahra to her clients. And then essentially here is the program curriculum and what each phase and each module should entail in order for her to build her entire curriculum and program for her health coaching business. Now, if you want to have access to this entire prompt, from how to find your niche, how to create your customer avatar, how to essentially create your entire program roadmap, and also the entire course curriculum and curriculum that is required for you to actually build your health coaching business, very simply join our free community on school. It's health coaching practice Launchpad. You can find inside the links down below here. So that's essentially it, how you can build an entire coaching program from A to Z, from finding your niche, identifying the most profitable problem of your niche, and also creating an entire program roadmap for it. If you actually enjoy this type of video, please let us know, like, share, and subscribe. And also, if you want to have more helpful tips and information on how to build your health coaching business, how to find your offer, how to structure entire fulfillment structure, and many more helpful information, join our free community here at Health Practice Launchpad. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in our next video. Bye-bye.